With building, you just never know what's around the corner. In today's episode, we're going to be removing the garage door and enclosing it with vertical cedar. Let's get going. We decided to convert our garage into a tiny house. We'll be adding another bathroom, a bedroom and a lounge, and leaving the laundry in place. Before I started this project, I googled garage conversion on YouTube and I wasn't able to find a lot of information, and that's what motivated me to create this garage conversion step by step. It took a lot of time to make this video, so give it a like if you got some value out of it, and consider subscribing if you want some garage conversion ideas. In case if you're wondering why this timber is red, so that's a biological hazard they put into the timber. This is H1.2 and is one of the lowest grades, and it goes up to H5 I believe. H5 will be something maybe in the ground or perhaps that is really exposed to the weather, because this is used for the inside framing and it's going to be well protected by the weatherboard. The lowest standard H.12 is fine. One thing the council required from us before we can enclose the garage is to pour a concrete nip to avoid any water entering the garage at a later stage. So that's what the wooden box is for. Next up is a tip run. So this is probably number 9 or something of it. Tip run number 9. So by removing the garage, it really forces you to become a minimalist. To get an engineer to design this concrete nip. It actually cost me $700 just to have this drawing, but I was quite surprised with the level of detail of his drawings at least. One challenge when you pour concrete is that you will have air bubbles trapped in the concrete that you'll have to get out. So you can do this manually with a shovel, or you can use a concrete vibrator. Time to paint the weatherboards. I took on the challenge of painting the vertical cedar boards myself, and I chose to go with the resin water-based paint. I would have loved to go with the oil-based one, but because of COVID they didn't have it in stock. Now there was a little bit of a miscommunication between me and the builders. So it is 7:30 and I've done 4 planks. I've been going for an hour including setup. Kids need my attention and I have like, I don't know, 50 more to go. So it will be a long night. Lucas, you ready for bed? Alright. Because of the miscommunication, I only had one night to paint 50 weatherboards. They needed 2 coats and on both sides, front and back. So it was a hectic night. Whew, it's about 11 o'clock now and I'm halfway, so let's get a new batch. Ding, ding. Easy. Yes, it is 2:19, still going. An Auckland man has been arrested and charged with murder after stabbing his paintbrush. I'm trying to get rid of the evidence, but I promise I'm just painting. The windows are here. used to look like a beautiful window, now looks like this. After showing my mum the architectural drawings, she really insisted we should have a French door, and that's why we have a big hole in the wall right now. Hey, voila, the French doors are in. Check this out. Looks fantastic, eh? I'm really happy with the decision that we cut down the window and inserted some French doors, because it lets a lot more light into the garage and it makes it feel a lot bigger than it actually is. So that was a brilliant idea. Thank you, Mum. Now let me show you one challenge we had when we cut down the brick wall. The bottom half of the window had these grinding marks on them. You can see it because they forgot to fix that one up, but it's just a minor detail. So what the bricklayer did is they reused some old bricks which were here in the middle, and he removed the old brick that was cut down and inserted the other brick from down here. So now it looks like the store has been here forever. It's quite a challenge to figure out how to enclose the garage door. Initially we thought we were going to use brick, but then we were told it was extremely hard to find the exact same brick that matches the old brick in our house, and then you'll be able to tell that this was a garage. I really wanted to avoid this, so we explored bifolding glass doors that could have looked cool but would have changed the complete layout again in the house, and then we ended up going with the architect's suggestion, which is vertical cedar. Initially I thought I'm going to enclose the garage myself to save cost, because I thought it can't be that hard to just, you know, screw some beams in and put some weatherboard over the top. But the architect educated me that you actually need a licensed building practitioner to do that because of weather tightness, and after watching the guys, you know, do it all, I'm really glad that I didn't tackle this challenge myself. Everything is happening so fast, the windows are in. A truck finally arrived to pick up the gravel and dirt from the drainage, and things got a little bit hectic for a second. That was crazy. That truck almost looked like it's going to tip over. So here the builders are installing a cavity, and a cavity allows the moisture to drain between the exterior and the interior wall. And there was a big problem in New Zealand between about 1992 and 2004 when they built these leaky homes. So basically they didn't allow for sufficient draining or ventilation between the exterior and interior wall, and in extreme cases the timber rotted so much that it made the building structurally unsound. When I was looking for builders, I found one. I said to him, look, I'll give you the contract, but you need to have it done before Christmas. And check this out, it's about 7 PM at night and they're holding their word. So this is the stained cedar board. It's dry now, so it has two sides. This is the rough side, and then on the back there's a different pattern and it's the finer side. We're going with this side, it's just personal preference. Now, we spent so much money turning our garage into living space, so we thought we might as well go with the rose gold nail heads, and wow, they look amazing. Now there's one last challenge before the new garage door really blends in with the existing house, and that is these white bits at the top here. So we've got these white, I don't even know how you call them, things all along our house, and I'm going to be using the offcuts, and I'm planning on gluing them on top. I mean, this is not the right size, but I'm planning on gluing it up there, so then it just will blend in a bit more with the rest of the house. The only thing I was a little bit annoyed about was that you could see the exposed concrete at the bottom. So I asked the builder if there's anything I can do about it. So I was told by the builder that this exposed concrete at the bottom will actually have to remain. Now, if you want to watch more of my garage conversion, I've documented the whole thing. Click on these videos and enjoy.